All right, let's hop right in here. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna start with Kong's kind of brow right there. All right. Then I'm gonna kind of move in here, and I'm going to kind of go into the nose area. His nose is very like pressed up against his face. That's just kind of the way the gorilla noses are. Line over here for the eye. Line across, down. And we're gonna pull up there. All right. Over here for the far side brow. Curve underneath the nostril area. And then fill that in. Curve over here. Line down here, starting his mouth, where he's kind of yelling, right? And then curve around the nostril here. Okay. His eyes focusing on the skull crawler. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna so the thing with gorillas is their nose to the lip. That's a big thing. You want to kind of make that larger than normal. So just kind of curve it down here. Line down. Right here for the kind of fangs that he has. He has these, how do you say? He has these, the canines that come out. Curve over here. Curve around this area. Right on line here. And what I'm doing is I'm throwing in thin lines to kind of separate those teeth out. You don't even have to do that right now. I usually do details after, but I'm just doing a few details in the moment. Line down. Curve underneath. And then teeth down here, line here. Those are good landmarks right there, right? Excuse me. Got a little bit of a cough. Teeth running in there. Curve over here for the outside, the far side of his mouth. And then we're in here for the tongue. We'll draw more teeth in there in a bit, but right now I want to get the whole body down there, so we'll do that in a second. All right, line here. Pull in. Kind of the hair goes into his cheek area. Pull down. And hair right here. So we're going to go from here, draw the forehead, kind of going into the back of the head, into the top of the head. And down here. Okay. Curve over here. He's got his arm up. So his arm's gonna go up there. And we got the kind of skull crawler underjaw. It's gonna come into the page here. Line over here. Maybe a line over here for the bottom of the jaw. This is the lower jaw, by the way. Let me know if you like kaijus, by the way, by hitting that like button. Okay, one thing I forgot about Kong real quick that's bothering me and I have to fix it is a line right here, and we're going to draw the ear. Curve, curve. Alright. Let's draw the upper part of the jaw for the skull crawler. Line right here, ending it there, and I'm gonna pull kind of like a swooping line back right here up. Line over here, maybe even bigger on it. It might even be more back there a little bit. Maybe a line over here. Let me draw his eye in that area. Line there for the tongue. We're gonna go over here and draw the skull crawler's foot coming across. Line over here. Top over here. Back of the, I guess you call it the elbow or something. I'm not sure, because it's kind of like the leg, a leg arm kind of the skull crawler. Curve over here for the body of the skull crawler, and it's going to wrap back in. But before we do that, I'm going to draw the rest of Kong's arm. Got his arm up here, out, like for the hand over here. That's going to pull down. And then pull down over here. Right here to the, that's the part of his arm there. Curve over here for kind of chest area. Center of the chest. Line over here for kind of the stomach area, the rib cage and stomach. And it's going to go down. Let's go over here. Pulling back for the other shoulder. Right here to his bicep. Other arm over here, it's gonna be way over here. And we could draw his hand over here, like making a fist. And that's what we're gonna do. We draw a like thumb around the corner here. And draw that fist shape. His chest over here on this side. Line over here into his deltoid. Alright, just stay with me here. Curve. Curve underneath. Kind of finding my way to the elbow here. Elbow over here. Curve over here for the rib cage. It's coming over here. Down. Alright, so we got the general layout right here of what's going on. We got his body. And we're gonna do the same thing over here now, over here for this side. Curve, and he's gonna be coming in right here to his chest. It's gonna be going over here, it's gonna wrap around him. Right there. Now over here is gonna start going into his leg. Let's go over here on this side. To his back, the skull crawler's back. And it's got this bumpy back. So I'm kind of more or less doing that. And carrying it all the way down as it gets kind of, it tapers out, right? The thing about these guys is a lot of it's going to be about texture. You know, the texture and what's going on here. And then you have his other arm down over here, back because it has spiky elbow, pulling in. Over here, his inside of his arm, forearm, right there. And lastly, let's go into his, I guess, foot thing. He's got this, looks like a T-Rex foot or something. Looks like a chicken leg. If you ever want to draw a monster foot or T-Rex foot, look at like chicken feet. Those are the perfect things. They're exactly like that. So we have everything laid in. Now we're gonna make it, you know, look better, and that's through thin lines and having it, you know, with detail. So for example, right here, I want to draw the bottom of the chin area a little bit better. He's got the back of the chin over here. gonna go over here into the chest area, and the chest area, there's a separation between skin and for how you call it, skin and fur, right? So there's like hair over here on the side, and there's like this exposed area, right, with in the chest area. And this would actually hurt him, because I heard with gorillas when they get hurt by animals, they tend to their skin is like ours. You know, we cut when something like a feline, something cat-like, because of the ab area. When something like a cat gets like grabbed on, you know, when you ever grab the back of a cat's neck real quick, they can get picked up, you know, real easily without getting hurt. Their skin stretches like that. They have this extra organ in them that allows for kind of give like that, where like, so if they get scratched, they can kind of scratch each other and sometimes not even get hurt that much. Sometimes, but with us, if we get scratched, our skin is real tight. We really can't do that. You'll just scratch and it'll give, and we'll, you know, get hurt. But gorillas are like that. They have our skin, you know, and that's kind of why they've done that in kaiju stuff, like who would win. Because Kong is very susceptible to that kind of stuff, where some of these guys are not. Teeth, right here. Nothing too sharp, nothing too crazy. So, excuse me, I still have this weird cold. I'm sorry, not a cold, but I have this weird cough. Back side of the mouth. And if you want, you can kind of draw lines to show the back side of the mouth. Right there. Let's go over here to the face of the skull crawler. Pulling it over there. And he has this bone sticking out right there. And, you know, he's got like a bone face. Line over here for kind of the back of the jaw area. And that kind of goes into kind of a vein network here a little bit. And you can throw these lines curving along the form for like just kind of illusion of scale. Forgot about the elbow here. And then the arm is going to kind of go back in a little bit there, right into the body. Everything from here, though, is going to be very detailish. So right here, we're going to, maybe at the back, these osteoderms, you can draw these thin lines along these osteoderms as well on that side. And the lines that I draw are following the form. So if it's like a rounded back like that, I try to draw these lines rounded, and it really, really, really helps. Line over here along the claw, curve right there along the claw. You can draw these thinner lines along the bottom to show kind of a texture. Right here, like so. And everything is just throwing on little lines here for texture, right? Because he's got like a more of a less like a lizard body with a snake, the skull crawler. You can even draw like his eyes are pretty dark. You could probably fill in that eye. You can draw more of Kong's teeth over here as well. And his back teeth. I think I said I was going to come back to that, and I didn't. You can really fill in the back part of his mouth over here as well. And over here. Curve. Right on. And you can put like maybe a dark right here under the armpit, because you want it to be you want it to read a lot easier to the viewer. And the more little stuff you add, And by the way, when I say little stuff, I mean thinner lines. You know, like thinner lines or something like that. Just a little on it. It just looks like he put more time into it, which is true. Like, so his fur, I'm just going to draw these thin lines here along the edges as well because it's hair, right? And I want to give it that illusion that, you know, it's hair. Obviously it's drawing. It's just a drawing, but same thing over here. And it's kind of following the bicep, like the lines. I forgot about the hand over here. I'm going to complete this fist right there and draw the knuckle lines, you know, in there. Same thing over here. He's got front and side of his body, just kind of throwing in these thin, wispy lines. You can add more lines, but I generally think that's fine. Right here. You can add like a little more dark under the neck. Usually the placements you can accent would be under the neck. See what else? Like under the neck, under the armpits, like where a darkness would be. Usually in the eye area a little bit because he's got a really big brow, but I kind of want his eyes visible. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a thicker line, not a super thick line, around the contour of, I'll do everything this time. And I want that because I want things to stand out more clearly. And it's just good line art. It's just good solid line art. Right over here. All right, just on the outside. Almost like you're marking a silhouette. I'm gonna pull it in though on that one because it's teeth. I want to pull it in a little bit. Over here to Skullcrawler's face. Let me know if you like that movie, by the way. The Kong Skull Island. Let me know if you liked it in the comments section. Excuse me, I got my hand right in the way, but don't worry about it. It's only temporary. Right here, it's kind of this negative shape. And it's gonna keep going. If you want to draw more stuff, don't forget to check out my Skillshare. There's a lot of links to help you out. Excuse me, my voice again. There's a lot of links to help you out. So just you know, let me know. Holler if you need help drawing. I'm trying to draw more complicated stuff on this channel. I don't know if you could tell. I'll go back to drawing. I think I'm gonna mix it in though. I'm gonna draw like some easy stuff and some hard stuff. So I'm gonna just kind of try to balance the channel out with that. And there you go. Thanks so much. I will see you next time, and I'll talk to you very soon. All right. All right, and if you want to keep learning how to draw and keep pushing your skills, go right here to this video on this side. That video I put because it's the exact same theme as the video you just saw, and I like it as a bit of a pair. So absolutely go check that out right now. Another short video.